It's Toto for the Peter Channel, 11 o'clock news and it's late Tuesday night, August 30th, 2016. Good evening, everybody. I am Peter Wiggins and I here late night, 11 o'clock news and on top story, 11th hour on this late Tuesday night is Donald Trump is jetting to Mexico City on Wednesday for a meeting with Mexican President Enrique Peña Nieto just hours before he delivers a high-stakes speech in Arizona to clarify his views on immigration policy according to the people of the United States. Washington, the senior Islamic strategist of Islamic State Abu Muhammad al-Awlaki was killed in North Syria, the group announced. Donald Trump's campaign on Tuesday sees a revelation that the FBI has recovered an additional 30 emails from Hillary Clinton's private server possibly related to the 2012 Benghazi terrorist attack, saying the discovery makes one wonder. After a bizarre hours-long setup, LA police officers took Chris Barr into custody late Tuesday afternoon and said the singer would be arrested on suspicion of assault with a deadly weapon. Brazil's senators waged an emotional marathon debate on the need of voting on whether the strip Dilma Rousseff and the presidency in 13 years that left Israel in Latin America's biggest country. Washington, the State Department said on Tuesday it is found in the video released by the Afghan Taliban showing the Canadian man and his American wife warning that their Afghan captors will kill them and their children unless the Kabul government ends. Seoul, South Korea. South Korea says North Korea has considered top education official and managed two other officials to rural areas for re-education. Tokyo, more than 100 flights were canceled and evacuation warnings were issued for thousands of people as a powerful typhoon approached Japan's northeast on Tuesday in a region devastated by a massive earthquake and a tsunami in 5 years. 700-acre boat fire in California first evacuation hundreds along Bennett Beach. Yeah, an American employee of the kayaking company suffered a partially severed arm during Tuesday. Next special hour when a commuter ferry in Hudson River struck a kayak, sending multiple paddlers into the water, New York City police said. The European Commission. Alright, let's take a look at some local news. In Norton, middle school teacher Chris Cummins wants 4 new Chromebooks for the 7th grade English classroom. Margaret Bridges is looking for a printer that will save her STEM student trips in an outdated and often broken machine down the hall. And North Elementary School teacher Carl Clark needs a classroom book for 24 kindergartners as with school budgets cut to the bone, teachers turn to crowd funding for technology. Support for a ballot question that would allow for more charter schools in Massachusetts, dividing along party lines among the candidates for state representative in the Attleboro area. Mansfield, 3 people were injured when a pickup truck and SUV collided in an intersection on Western Tremont Street in Mansfield late Tuesday afternoon. The European Commission, the EU is expected on Zolor and Apple to pay $14.5 billion in taxes in Ireland, but Ireland does want the money and Apple says it shouldn't have to pay. Asia Jersey is taking Cuban Wall Street oil splits. Chicago, U.S. Department of Agriculture closed 6 offices in 5 states after receiving anonymous threats, a USDA spokesman said on Tuesday, and police were investigating similar threats to faculty members at at least 2 universities. A new species of Pterosaur was named for the Saint Germain has been found in Patagonia. The flying reptile lived in the early Jurassic period between about 1.9.6 million years ago and 1.5.6 million years ago. Kenya Wildlife Service Ranger St. on stockpiles illegally taking the elephant test being burned, killing a 6,000-pound animal for nothing more than a test board pollen and a kiss. Washington is directors for the Centers for Disease Control Prevention warned on Tuesday that federal funds would to fight the Zika virus would nearly exhausted and Congress did not replenish them soon. There would be no money to fight a new. It sounded like a simple and not good safety. Regulation, doctors, administrative medication, and the pregnancy that would have been adhered to protocol set by the Federal Food and Drug Administration. Florida Congressman Alan Grayson's new wife, Diana Grayson, were to be the first Senator wife team to serve in the U.S. Senate and the House at the same time. Tallahassee, after nearly quarter-century Congress, Jacksonville Democrat Quinn Brown was vetoed to that after winning a primary campaign in the shadow of a 24 corruption indictment. But less than a month before it, the Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump faced off in the first of 3 general election debates, the Presidential Debate Commission in the midst of the delicate task of picking moderators. Peter Children's time is now 11:04 p.m. on this late Tuesday night, and it's time now for a New England Incident Report. And about 3 hours ago, motor accident in Easton, Massachusetts on Bay Road reported roll over with a fire. All occupants were out. And now look at the traffic report here at 11:04 on this late Tuesday night. Let's start off in the MBTA, where The ferries, they are looking good. On the subway system, it's looking good. And on the commuter rail, it is looking good. And now, look at the highways and byways of the New England region on this late Tuesday night. Starting up down in New York, where 95 on the southbound side back to the Bronx to the JFK Airport. Bill Parkway on the westbound side is back to from the Brooklyn stretch. 278 is back to the Brooklyn down to the Venezuela Bridge. New Jersey traffic is closed from 195 in Trenton all the way up into Newark. 679 on the northbound side back to JFK down in the Queens. Out of Connecticut, 95 on the southbound side back to the North Saybrook. And around 395 New London, the northbound side, Mary Parkway on the northbound side back to the Sanford stretch. 95 south northbound side back to around the Warp stretch after Route 37 to Route 10 in the Crescent Warp stretch. Mass back on the westbound side back on the Millbury stretch. Mass back eastbound side back to before I-84 Sturbridge stretch. 91 on the southbound side back to the Northampton stretch. Mass back on the westbound side back to the Newton corner. Mass back on the eastbound side is back to from South Boston all the way at the Logan Airport. 120 on the northbound side back to the Peabody stretch. Low connector northbound side is back to around downtown Low. 120 on the southbound side back to around the Burlington stretch. Spalding Turnpike on both ends back to Brand, New Hampshire. And 295 on northbound southbound side. Low sorry, Falmouth Spur around the Portland area. And 89 and 91 on both ends. It's looking around Canadian border. And Ottawa 15 on the northbound side back up. And 7 red headed towards Montreal. And New York State Ferry is looking from New York down to the Pennsylvania border via Erie. And highways and byways of Pennsylvania looking good to Pennsylvania Turnpike westbound side. Little Soul just ran Route 79 north of Pittsburgh. And 95 on the southbound side, Little Soul, Wilmington, Delaware. And 695 on the northbound side, Little Soul from 83 to 95. And 695 on the northbound side, it is a Little Soul around in the Baltimore area. And 395 on the northbound side, back to the Capital Beltway in Alexandria, Virginia. 395 on the northbound side, back to around the Capital Beltway in Washington, D.C. And Capital Beltway westbound side is back to around Rockville around 270 and 267 in eastbound side. Little around Capital Beltway in Virginia. Peter Chell News Time is now 11:07 and it's time for Water Report and the latest on the tracks. Okay, first Gaston, 32.9 at the north, 50.9 at the westbound. The same winds now up to 120 miles an hour. The east northeast at 10 miles an hour. And public advisory. Gaston once again reaches major hurricane strength at the close watch from water effect. And interest in the Azores should monitor the progress of Gaston at 11 p.m. Last time the Hurricane Gaston was located in new latitude about 32.9 north, longitude 50.9 west. Gaston is moving toward the east northeast near 10 miles an hour and east northeastward. Or northeastward, the moisture will increase in the forest speed expected during the next couple of days. Max same with that, if it increases near 120 miles an hour with hurricane. Gaston is category 3 hurricane on the South hurricane wind scale. Little change in strength is expected tonight early Wednesday, but the weekend should begin by late Wednesday. Hurricane force Wednesday was up to 45 miles an hour from the center of the tropical storm force Wednesday to end of its upwards of 106 miles. Estimated minute set pressure 956 millibars, 23 inches. And now, let us on 8. It is cell location 34 half been off 74.6 west. Maps the same winds 35 miles an hour. Movement northeast at 5 miles an hour. And latest public advisory, direction moving northeastward away from the North Carolina coast. Close watch toward the effect at 11 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. The center of tropical depression 8 was located in latitude about 34.5 to the north, longitude 34.6 west. And the depression is moving toward the northeast near 5 miles an hour and northeastward. And the northeastward motion is increasing the forward speed expected during the next couple of days. On the forecast track, the direction will continue to move away from the coast of North Carolina, and data from the Air Force Reserve Hurricane aircraft indicate that maximum staying with a rain near 35 miles an hour gust. Some trade with this forecast during the next 48 hours, and the depression could become a tropical storm on Wednesday. Estimated minimum set pressure is 1,011 millibars, or 29.86 inches. Okay, let's take a look at 9, where it is 35 miles per hour. Center location 24.3 to the north, 87.8 to the west. Maps the same with about 35 miles an hour, and movement northwest at 2 miles an hour. And now that is public advisory on 9 is depression getting better organized and drifts slowly northwestward. And a hurricane watch in effect from Ankle to Winter, Indian Pass, and a trough watch in effect for west of Indian Pass to the Walton Bay County line. And hurricane watch means that a hurricane could shot possible within the watch. A watch is typically issued for 4 hours before the anticipated first occurrence. Our tropical force winds and continue to make outside preparation difficult and dangerous. And tropical watch means that tropical conditions are possible within the water, generally within 4 hours, and enters along the United States East Coast from northern Florida to the Carolinas should monitor the progress of the system. And for storm information, specifically area, please could the possible inland waters, please monitor products issued by local National Weather Service Forecast Office. At 10 p.m., the Southern Tropical Depression, number 9, at 11 p.m. was located in latitude 24.2 to the north, northeast, and way to the west. The depression is moving toward the northwest at 2 miles an hour. A slow drift toward the northwest and on north is expected tonight and early Wednesday morning and turn toward the northeast. Forecast begin Wednesday afternoon or evening on the forecast track. The southern tropical cyclone on the approach to the northwest border approach to the watch. And Thursday, the back the same winds on near 35 miles an hour. Gusts driven this forecast during the next 4 hours. And the depression is expected to come the tropical storm on Wednesday and be the hurricane straight by the time the landfall occurs on Thursday. Estimated central pressure 1,004 millibars at 12.65 inches. Wind has affected land. Wind hurricane conditions are possible over the portion of the hurricane watch area by Thursday afternoon. Tropical conditions are possible over the portion of the tropical storm watch area by Thursday afternoon. Storm surge, a combination of a dangerous storm surge and an tornado will cause not only dry air to the coast to be flooded by reservoirs moving inland from the shoreline. There is a possibility of light threatened and inundation in the next 4 hours. And along the Gulf Coast are flooded from Africa to Indian Pass. At the precautionary area risk, please see Port Type National Weather Service Storm Surge Watch warning graphic. Persons located within these areas should be prepared to take all necessary actions to protect life and property from rising water. Partly follow any instructions from local officials. The water could reach to the fall heights around the ground, and the peak surge occurs at the time of high tide. Indian Pass at Arapaco, 2 to 4 feet. Arapaco at Bonita Beach, Good and Tampa Bay, 1 to 2 feet. And rainfall of depression is expected to produce additional rain accumulation of 3 to 5 inches to the west of Cuba Wednesday, with the maximum storm total amounts up to 20 inches of rain could cause life threatening and flash floods and mudslides. Storm total rainfall amounts of 5 to 10 inches possible much of the Florida Peninsula Friday. The vast other maximum amounts of 15 inches possible. The rainfall may cause flooding and flash flooding. Alright, let's take a look at the latest on another tropical cyclone. A weak area with low pressure ashore where the tropical wave is long to the far eastern Atlantic into the Cabo Verde Islands, and population should become a little more favorable for some gradual development of this system by this weekend, and while it moves westward at 15-20 miles an hour over the tropical Atlantic and formation chances for 4 hours. Low near 0% and formation chances for 5 days. Meaning of about 40%. Alright, 7-day forecast. It goes like this. For tonight, while you're sleeping on Northern Islands tonight, it's going to be forecast going about 61 degrees. Light southwest wind. For Wednesday, forecast going to be 7 degrees. Southwest about 5 to 9 miles an hour. For Wednesday, slight chance of shots starts after 9 p.m. Punch about after 2 a.m. hours. Mostly cloudy skies looking low about 66 degrees. South about 5 to 8 miles an hour. Becoming up every minute. Anticipation 40%. New rainfall miles between less than 10 minutes about as possible thunderstorms. For Thursday, chance of shots thunderstorms. Punch about for 80 hours. Most skies got about 78 degrees light west wind. Anticipation 50%. New rainfall miles between 10 1 and 9 miles possible thunderstorms. For Thursday, slight chance of shots before 1 a.m. The most skies got about 50 degrees. Coming in north around 6 miles in the evening. Anticipation 20%. For Friday, most sunny podcast got about 77 about 57 degrees. Saturday, most sunny, most good skies about 74 about 54 degrees. Sunday, mostly sunny podcast skies have about 70 about 58 degrees. Labor Day, mostly sunny podcast about 80 about 61 degrees. And for Tuesday, most sunny skies have 84 degrees. Currently here, not near, it is a fair starting night, and it's 67 degrees. Humidity 9%, and it's getting in for the Peter Channel 11 o'clock news, and it's late Tuesday night, August 3rd, 2016. Good night, and I'll see you tomorrow morning with a more. Good night with a good pie day.